back with a breakdown. Today is Tuesday, January 28th. Have a few days left before the end of the first month of the new year. This video is just going to be a breakdown of gold, of GJ and GBPUSD. And it's not going to be too long. Just going to do a quick breakdown of yesterday's analysis, what I was looking at, how I took a loss and how I could have did better yesterday. But more importantly, what I'm looking forward for going into today's session and the rest of the week. So let's hop right into it, man. So gold, same thing that I've been marking up since the beginning of the month. We have our all-time high around here, around 2791.60. After we got our all-time high, we got a monthly bearish wick for a higher low point around 25.39, 25.40. So we're going to go from our monthly to our daily. We see here, based off our daily time frame, we have officially broke above and have been trading above our daily resistance level. So boom, we have our daily resistance that we finally got above now. And then as you look down here, you can see areas that have been pretty much consisted of bullish transitions, resistance turning support, resistance turning support, and then your final area of resistance turning support. So as we mark out these levels, we know that we are trending bullish, and we can officially be looking for bullish opportunities as the sellers are no longer in the market, other than the fact that once we find an area of resistance, price does tend to pull back pretty aggressively, as it did here, and then it found support. So we're going to go ahead and break down this area over here and how we could have executed buy opportunities going into yesterday's session. So based off our 4-hour time frame, we have an area of support. Now this area was kind of confusing for me, not even gonna lie. I did take a loss in this area, and I took a heavy loss as well, just because I couldn't stand the fact that this area was still ranging for nearly 12 hours, and it was definitely holding an area of resistance based off our 1-hour time frame. Before our time frame just clearly took a pause in here. And I was looking for sales, and I changed my bias to buys, and then I was back to sales, and it was just a roller coaster, man. But yeah, let's go ahead and get down to this area. So first and foremost, we are still bullish, based off our daily time frame, since we broke above our daily level of resistance here. So we are waiting for a pullback to this level for a high confluence buy opportunity, or we're waiting for a higher low level above this area. So the higher low was created along this 4-hour level of support here. So no matter what, my bias should be buys if I'm trying to flow with the trend. So when price gave us this strong bearish candle from 6 to 10 a.m. on Monday, price did stall out in here. So let's go from this 4-hour to 30-minute time frame. Now we know we're trending in or trading in our 4-hour level of support here. So let's go ahead and mark off these levels of resistance. Boom, resistance. I'll mark up the highest point. Boom, resistance. So now that we know that price is forming this level of resistance, sales could have definitely been a play. They just would have been very, very temporary. Maybe could have caught about 30-40 pips, but that's definitely not the move that I wanted. Now going into later in the session, because this all occurred during like Asian approaching like 10 p.m. and then London session around 12 to 1 a.m. right in here, once we got like this deeper push down, and then we got this 30-minute engulfing candle. Once we got that 30-minute engulfing candle, you maybe had a clearer idea that price was going to continue to push bullish. Just because we are still in this 4-hour level of support, we did break below this minor level of support that was created. Looked like we were gonna dump, and then we came right back up. So this could have been your first entry opportunity for buys, with your stop loss right below that low for about 65 pips. As far as TP, you could have maybe targeted this previous high that was created over here for about a 1 to 3 based off the stop loss. Now, in this area, let's break it down further. So we know that we got that 30-minute engulfing. Price pretty much played along this level of resistance. Looked like we were going to hold and maybe come back down. Let's see if we can mark off a level of support right in here. We see we created support with this 5-minute wick. Tested it here. Barely got an engulfing. Price still held resistance. Came back down. And then we got another engulfing here. This area was just very sloppy. To me, price just didn't look like it knew what it was going to do. But based off your 15-minute time frame, the only engulfing you got in here was maybe this engulfing that took about 45 minutes. Or if you wanted to play it safer, you could have definitely won with this one, as we got to close right above that resistance. And if you waited for this play, you could have had your stop loss right below that low for about 40 pips and still targeted the same TP area, which would have gave you a 1 to 3.6 risk to reward, which is definitely solid, man. So that would have been the best opportunity for yesterday. Going into today's session, what I'm going to be looking for, we are still trending bullish. We have maintained that 4-hour level of support as a higher low opportunity. So if I'm drawing my fib, I'm definitely going to be targeting, let's see, what is it? This is about a 50% retracement. So this is kind of like a balance in the market. Let's go from bullish candle to bullish candle. About the same thing. That's about a 50% retracement. Nothing great about that. I would have definitely wanted to see this maybe pull back further into the 61.8 to have more bullish strength, to have a continuation. But as far as testing this 50%, we could definitely maybe see price come back down and get another higher low point before pushing up. So let's go from our 4-hour to our 30-minute. We know on our 30-minute time frame we had this lower high in the market. Now let's see if we can find an area that can be tested for a higher low and potentially give us some buying opportunities. So for one, we know we have our area here. If price wants to pull all the way back, have this yellow zone. We had this area over here. Let's see. When we first had this support form based off our 4-hour time frame, we had to break this level of resistance in here, which can be an area of interest. Reason being is because you have, well, your resistance, then you have support, and then you had price play as resistance right in here, came up, came down, then you had price wick off right in there. So this can be an area. Let's see if there's anywhere else. It's kind of tough. Let's see, maybe up here. No, but this would just be, now the reason I'm marking this is because this is your resistance that was formed in here, which would have been your TP area. Then after you create a support here, you create a resistance, came down, up, came right back around, and then now this area is holding as resistance. So maybe we could see resistance form here, get a push down, and then get that higher low up. So that's what I'm gonna be expecting. I'll be expecting some sort of a higher low opportunity. We'll even draw a fib and maybe see if we can get to that 38.2. If we get to that 38.2, that would be good for buying opportunities. But yeah, there's really not much more to it. We don't have a lot of price action to measure at this point in time. So I think I'm going to just let price do its thing throughout the session, and hopefully we could get a higher low opportunity, maybe some sort of double bottom, and price can play out in our favor for these buys. But that's going to be my breakdown for gold. Now, whichever pair is cleaner out of GU and GJ is a pair that I'm going to do the analysis on. I don't want to waste too much time with another analysis. I want to I want to be able to look for the best opportunity and execute. And I think GBP USD is going to be it. You have cleaner structure. Excuse me. So let's go break this down. So monthly time frame on GBP USD. Well, we have our main level of monthly support right in here. Came down, touched this level, touched our last level of monthly support that was created here. This is technically, could be it as well, because price did try and push down, wicked out. Now let's go from our monthly. Okay, so let's mark off our last weekly lower high level. So this was our last weekly lower high. Last weekly lower high level. Okay, we see here price is currently trending bearish. We still have a lot of bearish price action. Let's mark off our levels of support. Put it right at that median. Okay, so one thing I do like is this right in here. So we have now the reason I like this is because not only did this form based off this median of daily support, but it did hold as daily resistance right in here with 3 days. So one day came, closed bullish right into this level. Second day closed kind of bullish, and then the third day closed bearish, holding as a level of resistance. So now that we know we are trending bearish on all time frames, monthly is bearish even though we did exhaust. Weekly time frame, we are still bearish based off our last lower high point. We did have a strong weekly bullish candle based off last week, which would just be a counter trend on the weekly, but a bullish trend on your 4 hour to your 1 hour time frame. Now let's see if we have more technicals that could line up. Okay, so let's see. Weekly time frame. Now price could definitely respect this backside of this trendline opportunity as a level of support and continue to push bullish just based off of our weekly candle close, which was bullish. So I am still looking for sales. So as long as we maintain below this weekly support as well, and we can hold this as a level of resistance, then we can definitely push bearish. So we don't have a bearish engulfing just yet based off our daily, giving us clarity that we are going to continue to push down, but we know for a fact that we are holding as resistance. So we just have to wait for structure to shift on your 4 hour or 1 hour time frame to get back to that downside. So 4 hour time frame, let's see where you have cleaner details. I mean, for the most part, price is trending pretty clearly. I'll mark this off based off our 1 hour time frame. So as long as 1 hour time frame can trade below this support level, then we should be good to get to the downside. But for the most part, since we are trending bullish on the 1 hour and 4 hour time frame, we definitely want to break of 1.24290 before looking for sales. But if we maintain this level of support, then we could definitely get buys back up to 1.24500, just to flow with overall price action since we are trending bullish. This is a 4 hour level of support as well. Your support is right here, but we did wick to this point. Let's see, I just kind of want to spot out exactly how price is forming. So you have 4 hour, let's not do that, let's do this instead. 4 hour resistance turns support. Then you have that same thing right in here. 4 hour resistance turns support. And now we have 4 hour resistance up here holding, and then we have 4 hour support. But we're going to look at the 1 hour time frame because 1 hour time frame does have cleaner details. So we could do everything to see that price is flowing bullish. Now the main part is if we're going to maintain support to go up, or if we're going to maintain daily bearish structure and continue to push down. Now if we do get above this daily support level, then at that point we could definitely see price target this lower high level based off your daily time frame and 4-hour time frame, and then this would be your TP area for buys if we are able to execute buys at this point in time. This area would be your target for a TP if we get buys in here to go up. But I am strictly looking for sells at this point in time, as long as we maintain below this daily and weekly level of support and hold as resistance. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm not going to break down GJ. I'm going to just honestly be concentrating on GBPUSD and gold, and hopefully we get a good play for today's session. But that's going to do it for this video, man. Hopefully you guys have been killing it this week. Hopefully we can end this week strong and start the month of February with some momentum, man, and just continue killing it. So if you guys watched to this point of this video, I appreciate you guys watching, man. Let's kill it today. I hope you guys have a blessed Tuesday, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.